conditions. We weren't prepared and fell behind early. You don't want to fall behind early. Cal Poly with the wind, and they made one more play than we did, and they won the football game.
How much of a factor was the wind, the kicking game and that kind of stuff?
It was, but they had to deal with it too. So.
Yeah, tell me about no sacks in this game for Chris Helbig. Didn't hit the turf once in terms of sacks. What does that mean to your offense and kind of opening things up?
It's good, just protecting them. We got to feel good about our offensive line. Had a good game plan tonight, and just got started a little too late.
True freshman Zach Nelson coming up big for you guys today. How is it having a kid like that young, contributing on a big level?
We got a lot of great young players. He's one of them. Lance Lawson's a sophomore. John Mitchell caught a 56-yard touchdown today, so he's another true freshman. Ton of sophomores and freshmen playing on defense. Guys fight. They fight. They work hard. Just disappointed we couldn't pull out a win for them.
When it comes to the defense, those 3 turnovers in the second half flipped it, kind of juiced the offense a little bit. What went into the defensive adjustments coming in the second half?
Nothing really. They made a couple more mistakes. I think their quarterback got hurt or something. They got a new guy in there. So the first one was just a bad snap, and guys just started taking advantage of some opportunities. So defense played great in the second half, and they had a couple third downs we could have got off on that touchdown drive. We didn't do it, and ended up being the difference in the game.
You guys went for it on 4th and got it, and then went for the field goal after. What was that kind of decision process, deciding not to go for it?
It's 4th and 3 the first time. Second time was 4th and 5. That's pretty much it. Just a little bit longer. Wanted to trust the kicker. Our holder went out pre-game and jammed his thumb, so he couldn't hold, and so that was part of some of the issues. And we'll see if he got laces or not. It looked like it was laces, so. Just tough. You're nervous about the operation, but 4th and 5, wanted to kick it. I felt like we can win in overtime, but maybe second hindsight 2020, maybe we should go for it on 4th and 5 and go for the win there. But at the end of the day, offense, defense, special teams had a chance to win that football game, and we didn't do it.
Yeah, how do you pick up your kicker in that situation where he misses that field goal?
Just got to move on. Get more reps in practice, and it was tough. That was tough.
Are the penalties an issue? I know there was one drive where you pushed back a couple of times on first downs.
I don't know if it's something with me or something, but anytime there's some extracurricular activity, the other team gets warnings and our guys get flags. So it's starting to get frustrating. It's been like this for a while now, and especially the first 2 Big Sky games. We don't get it everywhere else, so I don't know. It's I don't know. They backed us up. We were close to a first down. We ended up being 2nd and 18 or something, and we couldn't get the first down. So yeah, that was frustrating.
It looked like you got Diego Williams. He got ejected, correct?
Yeah.
Did that hurt you guys
at
at all?
He threw a punch, but I can't wait to see the film.
What did that mean to your offense? He was a 2nd in targets. He's a pretty big piece of your offense. How was that?
Yeah, just another freshman had to step up, so it was frustrating. Like I said, we'll see it on film. I didn't think he did, but we'll see. Film doesn't lie, so we'll see. I could be wrong. They could be wrong. We'll see.
When it comes to freshmen stepping up, putting them in positions, maybe they're not ready to be called on. Obviously with situations like Diego Williams, when you put them in a situation like this, and something they've shown out so far, is that encouraging for you when, as terms of growth, when you enter the around halfway point of the season?
Yeah, we do love our young players, and we think we got a bright future. But you don't coach to win 4 years down the road. You win to coach now, or you coach to win now, and that's what's frustrating. We win to 4. So again, it's my fault. We weren't ready to come out and play, and took too long to get going.
Yeah, Jay Green picking up a touchdown today. Karis Davis also seeing a lot of snaps. What does it mean to have those guys back in the lineup?
It was good. It's good to have them back. It gave some little juice to our run game. And obviously, Jay had the touchdown, and Karis had a couple carries, so it's just nice to have some depth there.
When it comes to the offensive rhythm and schematically in the second half, it really picked up. Was that part of the turnovers that kind of helped juice the offense, or was it kind of adjustments on your guys' part to kind of get more crossing routes and that kind of stuff?
A little bit of both, and obviously it helps to get good field position. We were getting killed at field position at halftime. It'll be interesting to see where we're at in the second half. But tough Cal Poly team. They gutted it out and came away with a win.
a lot of turnovers, as he was mentioning, for your defense. And I mean, it seemed like they were just kind of getting down and dirty, getting to their quarterback, strip sacks, all the above. What does it mean to kind of move forward this year with your defense making big plays like that?
Yeah, that's their job. I think we got a defense that's fast and physical and wants to create turnovers, so we just gotta just continue to do that, and each and every day, each and every practice, just try to get better and try to create turnovers. And we talked about everybody trying to create offense for our offense versus Cal Poly team because they hold the ball so long, and I thought we did a great job of that in the second half. But time possession was 37-22, which we kind of knew it was, and so we just need to give them one more touchdown in the football game.
Portland State next week. I mean, what are you kind of looking to shore up? I mean, I know the defense, 24-point game. I mean, that's something I think most coaches would take most of the time. But I mean, what are you looking to shore up offensively, defensively as you head into another road game?
We got to watch film. Defense can throw this film in the trash, like it's not going to help us at all next week. Offensively, we got to see what they do. I think they're a little bit more man. And then we have to go back to South Dakota State and correct some of those things that we screwed up there because they're not going to watch this film. Portland State's not going to watch our film this week. So just going back, trying to reteach all of our base defenses and figure out how we can go execute for 60 minutes.
Yeah, Coach, can you speak just a little bit to what their down struggles or 5-14 today? Some miscues that were going on there, something you saw?
I don't know. The wind, I know, is a factor in the first half. Got some batted balls and third downs. I'm not sure. We'd have to watch the film to be able to answer that correctly.
Zach, I mean, this being your senior year homecoming, I mean, a game like this, an outcome, I mean, you guys were fighting the trenches a lot. What was that battle like out there?
I mean, always in the trenches, it's a battle, and they're a really physical team, and we were trying to do our best to be physical back, and I mean, it sucks that we lost, but both teams are fighting really hard.
Yeah, you guys forced a few turnovers on defense, especially with an offense that pounds you as much as Cal Poly did. What did those turnovers mean to you guys?
They were, I guess in that situation alone, we needed a turnover. We needed some kind of spark on defense, and with those, fumble recoveries really helped out, pushing us momentum-wise, for the offense. So.
With the offense like Cal Poly's, I mean, they kind of just lull you to sleep. They're running the line, play after play after play. What is that like for your momentum on defense?
It's probably the best thing for us. Throughout the whole week, coaches were always saying, don't get tired of doing the right thing. They were harping on discipline, eye violations, and that was basically our focus throughout the whole game. Coming into the fourth quarter, it was going to be close, and that's what it came down to, was just being disciplined.
Sorry, did you say eye violations?
Eye violations, yeah. So, I mean, coming from a discipline standpoint, like, you have a certain job, and if you don't do your job as far as looking at the right thing, that's when Cal Poly really makes strides. It's when we slowly mess up, or like with those little kind of mistakes.
When it comes to just forcing those turnovers, I mean, in the second half, it was just you guys were back. I mean, what was when winning those turnovers, like, how did they happen? I mean, who forced them? I mean, do you know kind of what went into those plays specifically?
I think the first one we kind of lucked out, it was just, mishaps with the ball in their end, but when I guess Cal Poly gets tired of doing the right thing, and, once we saw the opportunity, we just took control and really helped out our offense indeed. So.
Zach, it looked like you guys picked up some momentum there in the second half. Tell me a little bit about what was working for you guys.
I mean, the defense was doing great. Honestly, that picked up the momentum the most. Those turnovers, like he mentioned, were huge for us to get rolling as an offense, and we just got to be better, capitalizing more on those turnovers. I mean, we did a couple times, which was good, but we got to be a lot better at capitalizing every chance we get when they get a turnover.
And when it comes to the young players on offense, I mean, John Mitchell and I think it's Zach Nelson making big plays in the wide receiver core. I mean, when you see young players like that show out, what does that mean to you as a senior?
That's awesome. I mean, I love seeing those guys go out there and fight. They give the effort that we need to win games, and I mean, they might make mental mistakes sometimes, but I like to see that they're giving effort, and that means a lot to me as a senior because I know they're fighting and they're trying to do their best to win games.
Did you see how open John Mitchell got?
I did, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. I didn't get to see how open he got, but did you see what kind of a blown coverage that was?
Not really. I just saw there was nobody within 20 yards of him. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Cal Poly was sending a lot of blitzes, especially towards the end of the game. How are you guys picking those up?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is we all kind of just, if there's somebody in front of us, we take them. If there's not somebody in front of us, they kind of back up and wait for somebody else to come at them. So that's the biggest reason.
It looked like you guys did a great job of giving Chris some time in the pocket to kind of read the defense and what they were giving him. I mean, how big is that? How dependent is that on you guys, obviously, and how big is that for you to kind of give him that time to?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, offensive line, that's our job. We need to do that on a consistent basis. Give him time, and I mean, not enough time at all is bad. I mean, we need to be perfect at our job as an offensive lineman, and we need to make sure we're giving him time every single play when there's a pass.
Yeah, Lehi, you guys were on the field for 37 minutes and 17 seconds. Cal Poly had the ball for a long time. Did fatigue play a factor? Were you kind of taxed physically in this one?
Yeah. Especially, late in the third. Actually late in the fourth too. Constantly taking those chop blocks, constantly, there's always misdirection and being back to the discipline thing. It gets kind of frustrating, a little tired, kind of sets in and when doing the right thing, but it's just what you gotta do when you play Cal Poly.
Yeah, but when it comes to those chop blocks, I mean, like you're taking those. I mean, you do that. It's a 15-yard penalty, right? Like, what's that? Like, is it frustrating with that kind of
It's
stuff?
a little frustrating. When we get chop block, kind of look at the ref, see if he's seen that or anything. So you just got to keep taking it, and as long as we're getting off on third down, it's a win for us. So.
And Coach Warren was talking about, like, for instance, the Diego Williams ejection, things like that aren't necessarily going your guys' way so far here at home. I mean, you're dealing with penalties. Last time you guys were at home, a lot of penalties as well. What is it like kind of fighting through those, and you might not be getting all the calls you deserve, but kind of bouncing back from that?
I mean, really the biggest thing, we just got to take care of ourselves. I mean, we can't control what the wet refs do. We can't control what the other team does. We just got to make sure we're doing our best to not put ourselves in those types of situations where they're going to throw that penalty. We just got to be better, honestly.
Also, you can't control what the kicker does. Unfortunately, missed at the end, but how do you guys kind of rally around your teammate in that situation?
I mean, I think Coach Warren said it best after the game. Like, we can't blame other people. We got to look at ourselves first and look what we can do better as an individual. I mean, the offense, we should have scored a ton more. We shouldn't have had, or the kicker shouldn't have had to make that game-tying field goal. Everybody can look at themselves and think what they can do better instead of just trying to put blame on one person on the team.
And you guys were talking about the beatdown that you took today, you as well. The last two times you guys were on the road, big-time teams, right? Big-time teams. What are you guys doing to get yourself prepared for Portland State next week? I mean, like ice bath. I mean, get your body right for the game.
I think that's. I mean, you mentioned ice bath. We definitely got to get in the cold tub. But as far as I think our biggest thing that we need to worry about is just kind of humbling ourselves, looking at ourselves, just like Zach was saying. Look at film, and just improve individually. And if there's individual improvement, then it'll all come together as a team thing, and hopefully we'll be prepared for Portland State next week.
Our guys are going out there, they're competing, they have the physical ability. There's just a lot of mental mishaps going on right now that we need to get corrected.
I know before the season you said you wanted to stay because you wanted to turn this around, and do you see Portland State being that opportunity that just, I mean, it's a team that not a triple option team, not something that you have to spend a week preparing for. You can go in and just play your game. Like, do you see this as that opportunity?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every week we need to look at it as an opportunity. This week for sure, we got to turn things around.
Zach, talking about your senior year, I mean, obviously you want to go out with a bang. It's your last season. How has that been, kind of the grind up to this point?
I mean, it's been hard. It's been tough. I've tried to put in the most work I've ever put in, and I just got to keep working harder. I mean, obviously what we're doing right now isn't enough, so we got to make sure we keep working harder and get back to it.
You guys are both seniors It's your first Big Sky Conference game of your senior season. Is it setting in that you're kind of towards the end of your college careers? You feel extra incentive to go out there and win?
Yeah. Well, it being homecoming, you see a lot of those seniors, all those guys that you played with, come back to Cedar City, and I kind of took a little glance at them and saying like, man, that might be me next year. Like, this is all too happening too fast. But once I realized that, I was thinking like that. I was like, hey man, I got a game to play, and this is my last homecoming here as a collegiate football player here at SUU. So.
Is it harder to stay in the moment?
Naturally, it gets a little tough, but Coach Steve harps on it all the time. Whenever there's a little bit of doubt, or whenever you're distracted, however slight, just snap back into it, get back mental wise. That's all it really is. Just getting back into that mentality.
Sure.
Thanks, guys.